Hi guys. Famous Hinduphobic Marxist intellectual Meena Kandaswamy just won a big award. We will get into what that award is, what did she get it for, and what are some of the interesting aspects of her past life. Not past, just 3 years back, and the funny accusations that have come against her. So, Meena Kandaswamy awarded the PEN Germany Hermann Kesten Prize. The award recognizes public figures who take a stand against the persecution of writers and journalists. And this is a quote from her: "This gives me a platform to highlight what is happening to writers and intellectuals." Author, poet and translator Meena Kandaswamy will receive the prestigious Hermann Kesten Prize this year. Germany's Penn Center announced the award. It is overwhelming. The previous awardees are legends I look up to, whether it is Harold Pinter or Günter Grass. The award itself is in the name of Hermann Kesten, who is known for his writings against Nazism. Meena is known for speaking out on social justice issues, whether they are about state excesses by the BJP-led union government, caste crimes, or the Tamil struggle in Sri Lanka. Okay, let's read a report from 31st December 2020. You are not even a Dalit, tried extorting money to settle divorce. Former husband makes sensational claims about Dalit activist Meena Kandaswamy. Days after making abusive rants against Hindus on Twitter to proclaim her to be the best woman in the world, troll masquerading as an activist, Meena Kandaswamy is in dock after her estranged husband made some sensational claims against the far-left Twitter activist. Several serious accusations have been made against the Dalit activist Meena Kandaswamy by her former husband, Dr. Gunashekharan Dharmaraja. According to a letter shared by independent journalist Deepak Bhardwaj, Dr. Gunashekharan Dharmaraja, the former husband of Meena Kandaswamy, said that the activist had filed fake harassment against him after he had filed a case on her father for attacking him. Dharmaraja said he had proofs, emails written by her, that disclosed the real reason of separation between them. Dr. Dharmaraja also made the sensational disclosure stating that Kandaswamy had faked her Dalit credentials to not only to the world but also to his own husband. He said, however, as per official records, the mother of Kandaswamy belonged to the forward community while her father was an OBC. How do you, now this is a quote from Dr. Gunashekharan, how do you then pretend yourself or misrepresent / allow to be misrepresented as a member of the scheduled castes? Are these to ensure that you could use their historical injustice as a shield to cover your armchair activities? End quote. Dr. Gunashekharan asked his former wife as he exposed her blatant lies. The estranged husband said that Dr. Ilavenil Kandaswamy, the father of Meena Kandaswamy, had filed a case against him through which she had played the victim game and sought to earn certain social mileage. You can read the full article, you can Google it. Let's see another funny thing that came about her in 2021. Media organization defends activist who ranted about Brahmin dicks, brands her former husband a troll for accusing her of faking Dalit credentials. Dalit activist Meena Kandaswamy has been in the news recently. The entire episode was sparked by a tweet of hers where she went on a rant against Brahmin dicks. That hateful comments set in motion a chain of events that has culminated with the activist crying victim and her comrades jumping in to provide cover for her atrocious conduct. Her tweet says, peak Brahminism in putting writer-activist in quotes, because she was sharing an article by The Commune on December 27, 2020. That article by The Commune said, the article, which starts as an eulogy quoting writer-activist Meena Kandaswamy, VCK MP D. Ravi Kumar and DMK functionary Salma, ends up as a propaganda piece for the DMK in view of the coming assembly elections. This was Commune's view on her activism. This pissed her off, obviously, so she's criticizing this view made about her. Peak Brahminism in putting writer-activist in quotes. I have 3 novels, 2 books of poetry, a woman's prize, Jhalak Prize, and Hindu Lit Prize shortlist. I have taught at NYU, been an Iowa fellow, but for Brahmin dicks, I will never be seen as meritorious enough. That's why we need Periyar, the person who said Hindus should be exterminated. After her hateful comment generated a lot of outrage, a statement made by her husband was made in the social media as well, according to a letter shared by independent journalist Deepak Bhardwaj. Okay, this is a part that we have already read. Now, this is the fun one. In 9th September 2022, this was the article that came out. Congress loyalist who wanted to smash Brahminical patriarchy admits she remained quiet about a man who molested her because he was a non-Brahmin. Imagine this stupidity. Dr. Meena Kandaswamy, an anti-Brahmin activist and a Congress loyalist through and through, had recently admitted on social media that she did not press charges against a molester who molested her because he was a non-Brahmin. Taking to Twitter, Kandaswamy tried justifying her silence after being molested at JNU when she was 25 years old. She writes, in 2010, as a 25-year-old who was a UGC visiting fellow at JNU, I refused to press charges against a non-Brahmin faculty on probation who molested me. There were witnesses, though JNU had strong GSCASH rules. I told many academic well-wishers, professors in JNU and writers in Delhi about what happened, but I didn't act because I thought of two things. Now, what are the two things? I had received my first paycheck in my life from his wife, that person who molested her. I didn't want his misbehavior to hurt her. 2. I was really young, but I realized the optics of a complaint would be read in the wrong way. No one would see a young woman who wanted justice. They would read it only as a Brahmin head of center, the professor who invited me, make use of me against a non-Brahmin intellectual. Even in the moment of seeking autonomy, I would be read as an agent. If I had been invited to JNU by a Dalit or a Bahujan, I would have thought differently. I decided to maintain my silence because living with the humiliation of molestation seemed better than being called a Brahmin stooge. See what happens when you live in a fictionalized and a life of storybooks and imagination. See the number of stupid presumptions that she has. I have always told you, when debating a leftist, always debate their presumptions and assumptions and premises first. Their argument is unimportant. Their argument is based on a lot of hilarious premises. First, debate the premises. See the premises here. The first premise is that the optics of this complaint would be read in the wrong way. Why? No one would see a young woman who wanted justice. No one would see that. Yeah, she's absolutely sure of that. They would read it only as a Brahmin head of center make use of me against a non-Brahmin intellectual. Yeah, that's what they would see. If anyone did saw that, it would be probably your people in your university. Even in the moment of seeking autonomy, I would be read as an agent. If I had been invited to JNU by a Dalit or Bahujan, I would have thought differently. I had decided to maintain my silence because living with the Himil. So, who would have actually called her an agent? It's her own people. It's the stupid Marxists who would have thought that. So she fell into her own trap in the stupid world that she lives in. She has now been the victim of that own world. And this woman has received such a big award in Germany. So you see how the West still tries to interfere and meddle in our culture, our politics, and wants to louden these voices who are increasing divisiveness and polarization in our society. And they hate the fact that these people don't have the voice and power anymore. They hate the fact that it's not 2001, 2002 when these kind of people would make the Indians and the middle class and the lower middle class tremble with their cool English, with their citation loop, award functions. That time has gone.